We are live. And we are still sick. We will always be sick. We have always been at war with Oceania. Always. The house remains the house of phlegm. So, I think Christina has it worse than I do at this point. But you know, we'll tag team because we sleep in the same room, pretty close to each other usually, and so we will definitely alternate as necessary. Well, let's pull out Polar Proton. I'd contemplated going with landfill my bio armor and thorns, which is a fairly offensive build with a lot of taunt in it. I've understood that the build itself is fairly thirsty. But, you know, I haven't played it really in quite some time. Let's take a look at it real quick. Here we go. And if I don't have any enhancements in place, do not be surprised. Okay? Don't give me grief. You know, it's not as bad as I was expecting it to be. So, the question is, do I try to run with this tonight and get my butt kicked over and over again? Or do I try to get like 20 million more to get 5 of 6 of my Armageddons and have the same gameplay all over again? You know, I don't know. But I do know that if I run this, then I probably can't lead the missions because I think I'm only 35. So, let's get back out. We'll come in at least at first with Polar Proton, and we'll see what happens there. I can always ult out to another tanker if I need to. I also have a willpower kinetic melee. Hello. Gotta do my pap. There we go. Lunar Overdrive. Hello, Lunar. Let's pop in Polar. We'll kick into Discord. Undeafen, and oh, there we go. All right. I sold one thing. I'm sure it's something of immense value. I was wrong. I sold it for 31 influence. But a man can dream.
Well, that's a 30 gold or 30 influence profit then, right?
That's correct. I think
there
that
you go.
You know, enough of those, and I will definitely get my 5th of 6 Armageddons. I think. I think. Yes, I'm on 4 right now. It is a super good set, though. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
And that's part of one of my damage toggles, too, that that'll be pretty amazing. Effect triggers. What is this? Fire damage. 4.5 times per minute. It's not too bad. So I'm at that point now where all of these on my primary are all just so painfully expensive. And so I end up playing the character over and over and over again to make the money and gradually level up, which I'm sure is just fascinating for everybody to watch. Fascinating. But maybe they appreciate pain. So we'll see. I have good news. I think I am the least sick person in our house. I mean, it's not great for everybody else, but
you rub it in their face.
look at me using my nose.
I can breathe.
Oh, looks like we got Sweats on with his defender at 48. You have a 40 scrapper. Okay. What magic? What's your primary secondary?
I don't know. Let's see. I haven't played him in a while. Dual blades, dark armor.
Oh, I have a brute that's that. My rated R. I fought so hard with that character all the way to 50 because of the immense amount of stamina it took to run. Maybe you have a better build than I do, but
that's what I'm trying to slot it right now.
It was so hard.
We'll see.
It was so difficult to actually.
I might play like 2 missions with him and then be like, yeah, okay.
yeah. I'm not sure if Rag is on actually here or not. But let me give you an invite.
Yeah, I'm on.
Okay. I'm assuming Christina's going to be down shortly because I have the baby down here, so. Chat. Hello, as far as influence acquisition, do you use merits to buy boosters to sell on the AH? Now, this is a good question for anybody out there. There's a lot of people that have made like billions of influence of doing that, just playing the market. I am not so clever. I more just brute force it all the way through. So, I mean, there's a couple of things that I do where if it's going to be something that's a costume piece, I'm not very fancy. I'll get that extra costume slot, but after that, I'll just sell the stuff.
Gentlemen.
Guy, what's up? But I really don't. And you can kind of tell that I'm always poor. So that could be it. And I think that there are some really clever people out there who can play the market and make millions all the time per one booster. 600K. That's pretty good.
I've watched a few videos on people doing that, and it's like it just seems like a hassle to me.
I hate to say this, I don't have a lot of brain bandwidth. I'm just more like I'm going to turn and taunt at something and let it hit me, and that's about the extent of my brain these days. It seems. I played,
isn't it nice?
Yeah, I played that second like part of the stream last week with my blaster, and I'm like, oh, this is like I have to make decisions here about what to attack. And I'm like, wow, I'm just not used to just not getting punched all the time. But
yeah, but by the same token, you were enjoying the 400-point hits.
Oh, the 400 were the easy ones too. And if there's anything going on for boosting, we were pushing 4 figures, which is kind of nice. So the character's actually pretty close to being maxed out, if not already maxed out. But yeah, I really don't. I tried farming for a while, and I was okay at it. I have a decent farm build, but it's more just end up being a time thing. I think before the 2 babies, it was pretty possible to do that. And now that we've got 2 under 2, it gets, I mean, just getting down here on a Friday ends up being kind of a challenge sometimes. So, fast 5 minutes per booster. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And we have achieved Christina. Hey. If he hears he's going to wake up, though. He's like that. But yeah, that's good. I think that if I was smarter, and I'm not smart because look at the title of this particular channel. If I was smarter, I would farm merits more often and then use the merits in ways that make me either full sets of my ATOs, or I would do what you're doing, in which case I would sell and make cash that way. It just ends up being, well, like I said, I hate to blame the babies, but there's just not a lot of bandwidth here. So usually I'll crawl down here at about 10-15 minutes before the stream starts just so I can set up to make sure my audio is okay because I have a history of crappy audio. So that's about it. I fire up and that's it. And this is like the first time I've played this week. I think I signed on once on the 5th, just because there's nothing else going on that day. No, I've signed on once on the 5th just to see if the event was over, and it definitely was over on the 5th. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had a fire tanker. No, fire brute. I thought I had one, but apparently I did not. Or maybe it's on a different server. So I did a fire brute just because I swore I had one. But yeah, I went from like 1 to 20. But I was actually running doors. So.
Well, I've ended up moving all my non-50s to rebirth.
Oh, so you can get the bonus?
Yeah, I'm just going to have 50s on homecoming.
Yeah, that's actually kind of smart. Is it just an experience point bonus, or are they giving you bonuses for an influence as well?
I think they're tied together. I haven't experimented.
Because if you're just out leveling stuff, and you don't have influence coming in, that's not really great either. So if you're, well, I suppose if you're there and you're trying to power level, you probably run 100% anyhow. So they'll put you like 200% experience point bonuses.
Well, you can only get those when you're under 50. You really only make money when you're 50.
Yeah. That's why characters is running trio over and over again. Yeah, and I'm obviously not a clever player in Nantova. not clever at all. Christina is currently in the process of logging in. She is emptying her skull of all of the juicy products that are currently floating around in there. And she's mad at me for sharing that. But
Gastro inversion?
She is well, you'll hear it. She is all plugged up, and so she can't say her certain words. Like anything that starts with an M is going to start with a B today.
Ostentatious?
So, yeah, ostentatious is one of them.
Vegetable.
Vegetable. Vegetable. It's one of my favorites. It took me forever to learn how to say vegetable correctly. That was amazing. Oh, no, she's heading out. I'm going to grab a beer in a minute. Thank you, though. Anyhow, we have Guy and I are 50s. I think Rag is 48, and I believe Strike, you're 40?
Yeah.
And I don't know if I have ever got any actual honest to God missions. Oh, I think I did, but we ran through all of them. It was that stupid, who's it again? Let me try something else.
You should go talk to the police chief in Peregrine. That way we could start the Dark Astoria with him. Or did you already do that?
I don't know that I did. I also don't have Maria Jenkins. But I don't want to do Maria Jenkins again. You know what? You're right. I'll go talk to him. Be right back. So, anything exciting happened this past week? I really haven't been paying attention to the news anywhere.
There was something about an election.
Not that I noticed.
I can't remember what it was.
It hasn't really been on the radio that much, I guess, on the TV.
I haven't had any garages burned down or cars explode in front of me on the traffic.
The horrible thing is I still have, and I probably always will have, a Wisconsin prefix for my cell phone. And so I have been getting so decimated by swing state calls. There
Yeah, you
has
did.
not been a day that has gone by where I probably haven't gotten 40 or 50 robot calls. It's at least that's going to stop for us finally.
Yeah, no more YouTube ads for politicians.
Oh my God! And it's just, and
I was so sick of that.
I don't even mind the YouTube ads, but what I hate about YouTube ads is that they keep on playing the same ones over and over and over
I
again.
know.
Just
I
play something
downloaded a
different.
QR code scanner just to stop seeing the stupid ads. Every time one would pop up, it would be like, "Stop seeing this ad." I'd scan the QR code and go to it, block.
Oh no way! I never even thought of it. I just cursed. I cursed. There's a I just stumbled upon her recently. There's a opera singer called Charismatic Voice who does I'm watching this video or this song for the first time impressions, and she is so delightful to watch because she's got that instantaneous. Well, she's got a Christina face basically where she cannot not react to something, and so I've been enjoying it. But her videos are like, I don't know, 12 minutes long, but every couple of minutes they drop in.
Longer than that.
They drop in a 51-second ad, over and over and over again, and I'm like, this is absolutely brutal. This 12-minute video took us 37 minutes to get through, and it was unskippable.
Yeah. And it's got that little thing at the top that just rubs it in. Fewer ad breaks for this longer video. Like, yeah, right.
Next.
Have 3 1-minute ads.
I have a solo mission, guys. I'll be right back.
All right. Investigate the boat.
Yeah. I have to make a Lunar Overdrive. Charismatic Voice. Isn't she amazing? I don't know if anybody has seen the TV show. I think it used to be on Netflix, The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. She reminds me so much of like a very talented singing-wise Ellie Kemper. She's like Kimmy Schmidt reacts to movies or to audio music. It's amazing.
I love her.
I'm convinced that when she does Ronnie James Dio reviews, that she has orgasms.
Yeah. She does that voice play, which is an acapella.
I'm not joking.
Yeah. Where am I? I'm just gonna leave. Right. So there's that contrabass guy. I can't think of his name. Who is the bass for the voice play acapella group, and he is like one of the deepest basses I could ever see. He just did a release of Sound of Silence, which is him on the piano, and it's like the opposite. I don't know what maybe only elephants can hear some of the notes, but yeah, she's kind of the same way. She loves low notes apparently. But she had Tim Faust on from Home Free as an interview, and it was kind of the same way where she was like giggling and fangirling, which is amazing because she's fairly accomplished. Yeah, I just discovered her. I don't even know how. I was on Christina's account and I made a recommendation for it, and
Have you ran across Doug Helbering?
Now I have, yeah. Yeah, I kind of followed that whole weird path. Okay, I think I actually have. Am I set? I gotta see if this is actually a mission, or if this is Miracle of Sound. I haven't actually heard Miracle of Sound, I guess. But yeah, it was a total accident that I found her, and then Christina immediately accused me of having a crush on her. I'm like, I just actually love watching her expressions.
I caught a little of that too, yeah.
Her expressions are amazing. It's so nice to see somebody truly enjoying something that they're doing. It just is. And she's obviously thrilled about these all different things. I don't know if you caught it too. She's doing a nonprofit regarding was it the University of something in Utah maybe? And they're studying. They put like cameras down some of these people's throats, some of these screechers and things, and they're using this to help research people who have issues with their voices. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, it all started because she was working with a singer that sang metal.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
As an opera singer, she was like opposed to it and didn't understand that they're not actually damaging their voice.
Right.
That it's just an affect.
Okay, guys, I think this is actually mission. Let me invite you back in. Yeah, and she had interviewed him and was nervous as heck about. Hold on, Christina's stripping here. I have no idea why, but I need to pay attention to it. Your wedding? Putting on pajama pants. All right. I'm sorry for noticing. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys are already on a team right now.
Yeah, I tried inviting you, but it says you're on a mission.
Let me kick back out again. Sorry, I was actually standing in the mission. Then I got distracted by Christina. All right, I am out. I think I'm 4-4. Or 4-8, I'm sorry.
Here, is your window open?
No, there are no windows open.
There's a breeze.
I got team teleport reg.
Yeah.
There is quite the breeze blowing.
Well,
I can see the curtain moving.
It's, the window is not open, but there's no closing this window.
Is the foam in it?
There's foam on it, yes.
I have to get the sealer stuff, the tape. Hi, guys. Sorry. And I just want to briefly, the pants I wore today, like, if I sit, they ride low. And Paul has been doing the, see your crack thing all day long. So I went to put pajama pants on. Because it's comfortable. And, and I'm good not having that called out.
I don't call it out. I actually try to swipe a card.
Keeps getting denied, though, for some reason.
I love you. All I'm going to say.
So it turns out that Guy've also caught a little bit of trouble at home regarding charismatic voice.
Oh, did he?
Yes. I said that I've been accused of having a mild crush on this woman because I'm fascinated by the content.
It's because you look at her with that, it's just a look of, pure affection, where you're just like, my goodness, isn't she marvelous?
No, it's cute. She should do the same kind of thing that one of our...
I'll be back.
Our youngest does, where she does the gigantic nose wrinkle, right? So it's fun to me. It's just fun.
You were looking at her with hungry eyes. So.
Yeah, the male gaze.
I'm gonna 4B you. You better watch out.
Yeah, you are.
That's so stupid.
Isn't it so
I'm I'm
not gonna have sex for the next 4 years. Yeah, right.
One of our friends who is not afraid to not have not afraid to have sex. I forget. I don't know how to phrase this. Said something about how, the conservatives want us to stop having sex. We're going to show them by not having sex.
No, she said that the conservatives were essentially thinking that them not having sex solves the abortion issue.
Yeah, but she also said something like that too, where she's like, you know what we should do? We should not have sex. And I'm like, well, that kind of solves the problem now, doesn't it?
Maybe you're onto something there.
Honestly, though, if you're like, if
don't
you're,
want an abortion, don't have sex.
if you are at that point where you're just like, I'm just gonna not have sex, and it's not a punishment for you too, there is something wrong with your sex life. Just saying, like.
I have to say though that most of the girls that were on video showing that
There's not much of a sacrifice.
There wasn't any worry on the men's kind of point, you know, like, oh no, I don't get to have sex with her. Yeah, okay. I don't think that'll be a problem, hon. You just go right ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I just am not big into the hyper reaction, I guess. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you know, it's been tried. It's been tried.
Yeah, I had mentioned, I said, what happened to like the British, like keep calm and carry on, you know, have your composure, get your crap together and work on stuff.
That only works if you're fighting Nazis. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I said the N-word. Oh, hey, ding.
Now we're going to be demonetized.
We are. We're not going to get any money off this. Luckily, our sponsor, Surfshark, will still pay us.
VPN. Yeah, did you see they're coming out with a Indiana Jones game that's coming up here in December 9th?
I have
which
not.
I will be getting and probably having all kinds of videos on it.
Really?
But the developer actually came out and said, since there's Nazis in it, that, hey, we don't support this kind of movement and they are bad guys and to be treated as such. It's like,
wait. They had to put disclaimers in for Nazis?
Yeah. It's like, what kind of world do we live in where you have to say, Nazis are bad, we don't like them? Like, okay.
Am I
It's like I used to work for a boat company, and we actually had to put stickers on the back of the boats that says, do not jump in the spinning propellers. Like, really?
So
like, maybe we shouldn't put those stickers on. That way we can, you know, little Darwinism there, survival of the fittest.
I think there's
Shakespeare was right.
Yeah. There's a point where, are you doing a disservice by keeping them alive in these circumstances?
Yeah.
I think I invited you, Christina, but I'm not sure if you...
I don't think I saw it.
You're on a mission or must exit before joining.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to finish my solo mission.
Oh, okay.
We were talking, so I was just like, I'm just going to knock this out, and then hopefully I'll have something useful for after.
There was, I think there's a section, and I'm sorry if I'm incorrect, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where they talked about how they knew that the end of the world was coming, and it had to do with the fact that they had started putting instructions in toothpicks.
The name literally tells you what to do.
Oh, hey, I didn't realize I was close. Oh, I might have enough to actually get another T4. Stunned. Ah, it worked.
Christina missed it. You threw your...
I did. I tased him.
Your taser dart.
It's the best. Like, you never know when it's going to happen. When it does.
I witnessed it. I'm your witness here that it actually worked.
Oh, that's my catalyst. There's some money. Anyhow, Nintova, that's how I get my money, by underselling my products on the auction house. And Strike was kind enough to point it out early on, where I'm listing stuff for sale that I'm actually losing money on for like one, and it's true. But I'm lazy. I'm not a reader, and nobody said that there'd be math, so all those things.
This guy sucks.
what is it? So I got a brute to 50. I should know this. It's all resistance based, though, right?
Oh, I'm a scrapper, aren't I? I don't.
Yeah, you're a scrapper,
I-
but I think you cap
yeah.
out at 75.
Yeah, something like that.
85.
85 for scrappers? Okay.
Well, I wanted to tell you a funny story about this week.
Okay.
You know how we've been having that road construction and they cut my power that one night?
Yeah.
Well, I finally went out and I got a whole home generator.
Uh-huh.
It was delivered Wednesday. It doesn't get hooked up until next week. Thursday night they cut the power again from 11 till 5.
Oh, nice. Well, you got to look at the. You have to look at the box
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, the box was sitting outside. I was like, yeah, that's nice. I wish it was running right now.
It's like
So
parallels
did
on.
you hear about the guy that got a note from the HOA because he had a generator
No.
and they didn't during a power outage?
Oh.
And part of it was like, and you should consider the feeling of other people that didn't have generators.
Oh my gosh.
My neighbor does. Then he goes out and turns all his outdoor lights on just to say, "Hey, look, I got a generator."
Yeah, we have one that's I forget. Was it like
There's absolutely no way I can do this.
3700 something or other? For it's small. It's just a little portable one.
Oh, I got one of those ones that hooks up to your natural gas line, and
Oh wow, yeah, that's nice.
it does the whole home and Generac.
Are you in a place where you lose power a lot?
It happens every so often, and up until this last year, it never bothered me, but now I have medication that requires
It's for
refrigeration all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this is starting to be a necessity. Before it was like, I had no problem. I just got my Nintendo Switch out and played for, however long. But now it's like, okay, I have to make preparations when I know the power's going out. And
Yeah, it's such a thing in Maine, Paul. It's like I don't understand why everybody has like 4 heat sources here. And it's because the power goes out so frequently.
yeah,
You have
gotta
to be able to heat your house in the winter so your pipes don't freeze.
backups, yeah.
Yep.
But I don't understand why they don't bury their pipes. The pipes are like 8 inches deep. Oh my God, we're gonna freeze our pipes.
Well, it's not just the pipes; it's also all of our electrical wires. Or they don't do any maintenance on any of the trees or anything.
So one tree will take out like a section for 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way we are too. Heck, a limb will fall off in the wrong spot and
Yeah.
you're screwed.
We had
Oh.
squirrels at one point. Squirrels kept taking out the transformers in one area of town, and finally, someone was like, "Can you build a damn cage around the frickin' transformer because we're tired of the frickin' squirrels taking stuff out."
Suicidal squirrels.
Oh, it was so bad.
Hey, has anything happened like in the news with squirrels lately? Or
Oh my god. People are so mad about that. I mean, I get it, like I said, because I see both sides, right? And I have a friend who does rehab.
there's good people on both sides. That's
and
fake news.
I have a friend who does rehab, and by the same token, she would be like, I'm really upset by this, but I also recognize it's the law. And the whole thing is like, there is no test for rabies except decapitation.
Yeah.
So if you let someone handle this animal and they were bitten, you now have a liability. So, my friend Jen, she, with wildlife rehab, she was just like, nobody touches anything directly unless I know it's not going to bite. And even then, it's like you need someone who's aware.
That begs the question, was it inoculated?
I don't know. But people can
It
be
might have been.
inoculated. I'm betting that the man who was running the rescue was inoculated, because I used to be rabies vaccinated. And it's expensive.
I only give it to
But-
people.
Yeah, it's like $800 something to get vaccinated for rabies.
Yeesh.
It's painful, but it's good for a decade. So
You wonder how much it really cost them to make something like that, though. I mean, because I seen a documentary on Ozempic, And in their home country, which is like Norway or something, they charge people $45 for it. In America, it's $968.
By the
It's
way,
like-
there is a way to test for rabies.
Just wait.
Yeah, you put it in a cage and wait.
It's called patience.
Well, they call it quarantine. You can do long-term quarantine. We've done it with dogs at the clinic before as well, where we've had to do a 90-day quarantine period with limited. They have to have hand touchless let out, where you open the doors, and they come out, and then nobody's in there with them.
And also,
not-
doesn't 7 years of video of the creature being in the house have any kind of...
You would
play?
think
No.
that would be kind of a dead giveaway on that, yeah.
But like I said, I don't think the issue was that he had it exactly. It's that he was qualified as a wildlife rehabber to, be in possession. It's that he was not licensed as a sanctuary, and he was not licensed as an entity that would allow other people to be able to handle any of them.
Well, wasn't the squirrel like partially, for lack of a better word, disabled?
The squirrel was found.
It had part of a tail.
It was missing part of a tail, and the squirrel was found like its mother was dead, and it was like partially tailless, and
Yeah.
We say tail challenged, not tailless.
Don't want the squirrel to feel bad about itself, the dead squirrel.
Well, I think I told you about that because we talked about. So I found a squirrel in the.
I don't even want. I'm just gonna tune this out. You guys go ahead. I'm muting Christina because it's a very disgusting story. So I'm just gonna cut her out of this. I'm gonna keep on going on my own until I hear that she's done with it. Anyhow, hey, what is up, Daz? I like the Ruby thing. We have a. Ruby Dazzler.
He's like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, it was like, it got run over, and I put it in a box and brought it with me. And I called animal control, and they're going to meet me. And he's
Upstairs, here we go.
like,
There we go.
Some reason got a picture in my head of one of those rubber ball paddle things that has the string tied to the rubber ball. Bong, 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 bong.
So I had a coworker have something very similar to that happen, except that they put the squirrel in the microwave and then wanted to eat it at lunch.
roadkill.
I could see doing that if it was like a Yorkshire Terrier.
Well, we all took lunch, and I remember it was when McDonald's started the Monopoly stuff. So we were kind of jazzed to go through the drive-through. We come walking back in the building, and I see one of the guys holding his hands over his face like he's going to vomit, going for the men's room. And as we're walking, like, what's that smell? And then two other guys come running out. I mean, it made the whole crew puke. And this is a scrapyard.
Oh my gosh.
We would find like dead deer in the things, without going to like cabling and whatnot. It was. I don't know if ironic is the right word. The interesting thing, I guess, would be about 5 years later, I get a phone call from a drummer, and he wants me to fill in for his band because he's got to go to California, I think. I don't. It's been a while, but I think it was California for a meeting. I'm like, okay, and they used backing tracks for some stuff, so I needed to quick learn it. And so he stopped by, and he told this story, and it turns out he was the guy that booked the guy to come to our building through the temp agency. He was like the guy. Well, he knew the guy too. And we both just laughed. I'm like, yeah, you had the easy part. I had everybody thrown up.
Oh man. 6 degrees of separation there, though.
It was Kevin Bacon, wasn't it?
It's always Kevin Bacon.
All right. 2, 1. I see Dazzler's got a beam rifle going on.
Oh, did Daz join? I'm so far behind. Well, I just cleared my my mission, so I'm on my way.
Yeah, Daz popped in on stream chat first. Oh, we lost Reg, looks like. Oh, and we lost Strike 2.
I got you, Ray.
So, anybody play a bio armor tanker to 50? Or anything with
No.
bio to 50?
Yes.
What do you think?
Bio is actually fun. I like it. It's actually a really good set.
Oh man,
As opposed to the one I'm playing right now.
Oh, you don't like it? Yeah, it's
they both just got clobbered.
You
know,
one hit.
the dual swords, the dual blades thing.
I like the dual blades, but I have like no defense here.
Oh yeah. You're entirely resistance based, and there are challenges with knockback as well. All right, I got I'm talking.
Well,
here.
that's why I like playing a Peacebringer, since it's completely resistance based. Anytime I play something defense based, I don't know what to do.
You just gotta stand there. What do I do with my hands? I'm gonna grab a beer, honey.
Hey, here, since US, I would love one. I hit myself up with NyQuil on the way back here. Well, not NyQuil. That was the opposite one. DayQuil. Any is fine. I am like all zipped up and will not sleep till 1 a.m. because I took a hit of NyQuil or DayQuil. I'm so tired. I'm gonna keep mixing it up all day long. Night long? I don't know what time it is. Y'all don't mind me.
I have to add that Christina, in her magnificence, went upstairs to get some water and brought me down some chips and dip because I'm probably hungry, but those are two things I can't eat on stream.
I was gonna
Because
say
it's-
it's stream night.
But there's a nice big bowl of them just sitting there taunting me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can see the salt.
I normally would have bought popcorn, but we were out of it. The kids are having a movie night upstairs. Oh my gosh, I tried to get them to watch Dawn of the Dead, and they were like, this looks stupid.
That's the one in the mall, right? Has Ving Rhames and
Oh, is that the one?
No, we looked at the one with Simon Pegg, like the original British one.
Oh no, that's
Oh.
that's Shaun of the Dead. honey.
Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead is awesome.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead's amazing. Is that it? What to talk? Oh, I had to talk to somebody. I'm sorry. Run all over the place.
I just rewatched that 2 weeks ago. Shaun of the Dead. And Dawn of the Dead was one of my favorites.
That's the one, the Guillermo del Toro one, right? With
I'm not sure if he
Antonio
is-
Banderas and stuff.
No, that's Dawn of the
Mexican.
Dead is the one with Ving Rhames and the guy that was in Modern Family as the dad. He plays
Oh,
like a real jerk in it.
You're talking about Al Bundy?
Ed O'Neill.
No. Modern Family, the one with Sofia Vergara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Al Bundy dude was in it too.
Oh, really?
But,
Ed O'Neill.
Not him.
Ed
But
O'Neill,
he was
yeah.
the one you're
It's
thinking of.
it's the one that played the dad that was married to the blonde girl.
Oh, Ty Burrell.
Yeah, him.
I have no idea.
He plays like a jerk in it. But that was an awesome movie.
Christina, are you out of your solo?
I am.
All right. Shout out to my friend Bill, wherever you are at this moment. Thank you for the sensuous. Bill's one who planted the sensuous thing. The sensuous up anyhow. Why don't you grab me this?
But it's like so you didn't set it up quite right because it goes, hey, sensuous, and you got to be looking at your partner.
Paul sensuous.
So then when you're there, like, oh, really? And he's like, since she was up, can you get me something?
Sensuous up anyhow. All right. I think I gotta punch this guy. I end up fighting him somehow, or do I not?
You got to chat initially.
Oh, apparently I don't have to fight him.
Must not have clicked on the bottom one.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to come up with some classic movies for them to watch, but it didn't sound like they were too interested in. Christina tried to get them interested in the Silence of the Lambs, but that wasn't a... It's a slow burn, and people don't have attention span nowadays. And I tried the same thing for 7 and 12 Monkeys, and
7 was awesome.
yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? I'd forgotten that Gwyneth Paltrow was in that movie.
Was she?
That was his wife.
Either.
That was his wife. That's in the
Wow.
box.
That's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
I'm sorry. I think I had a question in either comments or chat a couple weeks ago saying, why do I have auto punch on? And that's because I don't have a lot of attacks. And because it's a tanker, every time I punch something, I generate threat from everything around me. So it doesn't take a lot of endurance. And it constantly builds threat.
It works good for brutes, too.
And since I'm not running hasten on anything, I might as well auto fire on something.
Paul, do you see your little mini-me watching your stream?
No, is he actually awake? I can't see his face.
He's awake and watching.
We've had some major life events here over the last week. We've had potty in the potty from the old big, and we've got rolling and army crawling from the littlest little. So we're moving on to the next stages here. I understand that it gets easier when they're both toddlers. That's when life gets the easiest. I think that's what I've been told. Definitely not any harder at all.
It was actually easier to get them to walk when they were... Because my son had a cousin that was born 2 weeks after him. And they kind of like, I don't
Pushed
know,
each other?
worked off of each other.
Yeah.
Like in Caveman.
Yeah.
Never seen that.
I think.
Level 50.
Oh,
That
means I can
hey.
stop playing this character.
Yeah, I was going to say, he says, I'm going to sign off now and pick something else.
We could get Gaib to get his Defender. We could have all Defender night. But
That's
nothing
the
would.
only one I didn't bring back onto the server.
That's. No, I honestly we wouldn't kill
Not
anything.
at all intentionally.
But we could heal. We could heal each other to their death.
I don't know if I have a defender that's even high leveled.
I made it all the way to the frickin' mission, and then somebody had dropped an Ouroboros portal out front, and for whatever reason I wasn't paying attention and thought that was the way into the mission. Clicked on it and it dumped me in Ouroboros, and now I gotta go through the whole thing to get back. Yeah.
Doesn't does Ouroboros hit Dark Astoria? No, it doesn't. It
No.
hits Echo Dark Astoria. Echo Dark Astoria.
It hits Paragraph.
If you go to Atlas, Atlas has got that portal corp right next to the tram. You can take that.
I'm more just annoyed that like I literally got all the way there, and then it's just like
You know,
It's killing me.
Christina, drugs will do this to you. We've talked about your drug addiction,
My Dayquil addiction.
your addiction to Dayquil that you've had for going on probably 2 days now.
I would just point out that Vicks does not make a bad product.
This is true.
If they made a car, I'd buy it tomorrow.
It would smell funny inside though.
But you'd come out so decongested.
There would be a 3-foot radius around you.
Right? I buy the baby Dayquil, not baby Dayquil, baby Vicks, which is like, it's the same as regular Vicks, but it's like a little less strong, and they mix a little bit of a scent of lavender into it. And it's amazing until you realize that all your baby does is like rub it into their own eyes and then cry. You have to like put it on their chest and then zip their clothes up so that they can't get to any of it.
Yeah, I gotta lock it down.
I knew that coughing is the baby. I have a nasty cough right now. I would point out for the Bigs, Paul, this week, we made it through parent-teacher conferences unscathed. Nobody had a bad, like, there were questionable reports, but nobody had a bad report. William has been up to cheeky shenanigans, I guess is the way to describe it.
Okay, other unrelated question.
Yeah.
Game wise, anybody do kinetic combat?
Tried it. It's too slow.
Is it? So,
Yeah, it's really slow cast times. And
But you've got Titan weapons characters, don't you? That's
Yeah,
so slow. That's
yeah,
so slow with
but-
me. Oh my god, so slow.
Titan weapons is good if you do them in the right order.
Yeah,
I'll stick by that.
I can't even read what's on the screen, you know. But yeah, I suppose. And yeah, Lunar, I do that for aggro with a tanker, and I do it for rage or fury or whatever for a brute. So I'm always building it. That's about it. The nice thing for me is if I'm running a character class that's really kind of close to the bone I'm just barely getting enough stamina coming back in to actually cover what I'm doing. It doesn't really cost any stamina, and it always builds threat. So I don't think I'd do it with any of the other characters other than tankers and brutes, but you know, maybe there's a reason. Okay. Chloe.
To answer your earlier question, Paul, we played Bio Armor and Spines with Zach for ages. That's his main tanker.
Yeah, I haven't seen Zach in a while.
So, shout out to Zach if he's listening. I know he's been super sad since his dog died.
Yeah. Greyhound, right?
Yeah.
The baby's definitely not waking up.
Oh, he's totally awake. He's been awake and chilling, but now he's starting to be like,
Hey,
should be fed.
something should be in my mouth right now. Yeah, I have one of my many kind of banked tanker builds. I've got like a 30-something willpower kinetic combat. I'm like, I don't know. I've never had a willpower tanker to 50. I don't know if it's
Gonna get hot.
viable or not. That's fine. We're good.
I'm trying to think of the character I have that has the bio armor, because I swear I played with you guys in it.
Yeah, I remember you playing a. I think it was a tank. Right?
I believe so.
And Lunar, by no means should you do anything that I'm doing. I'm just making stuff up as I go along here. So, and if it works for you, fantastic. But that's all right over here. I gotcha. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll swing more. Oh my. This is very stinky over here. What am I standing in?
Full of flies.
Christina, we never did sort out your incarnates this past week.
Oh, that's fine. We got enough to do something.
Yeah, we do. There's a Chloe up there. I don't know what else is
I got
left.
it.
Oh, okay.
I left it for Christina, but then she flew right by it.
There's one
you know,
down.
I have my in-game sound turned down, so I didn't even hear it. Sorry.
And with that, I'm going to switch.
Alrighty.
So am I.
Yeah, I told you.
Hey, at least I waited until the mission was done.
45 Imperium merits. Contact. I think Christina's still on the mission.
Damn right.
Well, it's interesting. Why did I just...
Oh, Blackmore, my guy that looks like Dark Side.
Oh, okay.
Ice. He's bio armor.
What was that a tanker?
Yeah, tanker. Ice bio.
Oh, okay.
Or bio ice, sorry. Yeah, he wasn't bad. I just didn't like ice melee.
Yeah, I don't think I have anyone that's got 50 ice.
It's almost the old energy melee, except that the big tack's a DOT.
All right.
I am back. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I was watching.
I am gonna bio real quick though.
Okay.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
wonder if they could put in the old energy transfer.
Is that the same as? I don't know. I don't know what the primary is. The secondary's got energy absorb, which is kind of amazing. I mean, it's not that amazing, but it will cap my defenses, and it will definitely refill my endurance bar, which is nice. But while everybody's breaking here, I'm going to see if I can upgrade one of my incarnates. Let's see. My alpha, I think, is maxed. It is. My judgment. My destiny is what? Barrier. It's not. Okay. I don't have enough threads anyhow. Alright, we'll just let it ride.
So the incarnates thing, you said I go powers, incarnate abilities.
Can you see the TV?
I can probably see the TV considering it's like 68 inches.
No, it's like an 80-inch. But it'll take a second to catch up. And the equip tab is the one that shows you what you currently have built. It's kind of I don't mean to demean the original developers for this, but it's a bit kludgy. It's one of the last things that was implemented while the game was still alive. And so I think that, had it been around for like another year, it would have probably been much more streamlined. But as it is, it's a little bit of a slog, really.
No, I can.
I'm sorry, one more time.
I think she said she can't stand your face.
It's possible.
That's exactly what I said. That's what I say to him all the time.
Believe it or not, that's the first I've heard that. So, I mean, not from you, Strike. I get that all the time from you. But
I try.
Why? These mobs suck.
inches from his face, staring at him, and he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "You're so pretty."
Yeah. You know, there's nothing creepy about waking up to that. Nothing at all. The person, like, inches from your face staring at you with their eyes wide open. Nothing disconcerting. Dad's just leveled.
Congrats.
I also just think
I don't know. I'm just going to keep on going. These guys are not great pullers. Pulleys. Where the hell? I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Imperium merits, yay.
Sorry, two of them speak by. I'll get them back. Okay, I'm just going to come out right and say it. If I'm not actually tanking in some Aurora, tanking is too easy.
Zemoror is the qualifier there.
These guys are not even laying the glove on me.
No, I think you're doing okay in Sumarora now.
No. I think it boils down to just there are some additional set pieces that will add to my resistances.
I think we should go check.
Well, I
Sure,
don't,
Dave has
I don't have
submissions.
those set pieces. But we definitely could. I like the cut of this jib over here. Let's take a look. I do think with the full Armageddon set, my passive defense with my toggles is going to be pretty outstanding once it's full. Yeah, so at some point in time in the near to distant future, and it all blends together for me, so it doesn't really matter. I'm probably going to try to level up on bio to 50 and beyond, and then I'll also try willpower. I know bio's got some good resistances to toxic. I know that willpower's got some good resistances to psionic. All right, I'll reconsider. I'm saving them both. I decided to go heroic. I said that they weren't laying a glove on me. They laid a glove on me there. And now they won't.
It was kind of like one of those cotton ones that you use when you're, having
You're
jewelry.
checking to see if there's any sort of stain on the, any dust left. Yeah, 90 seconds left. Wait a minute, what? Oh. Which one of these is? Oh, there you are. Imperial merits. Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Sure. And some enchanted sand, please. Am I at 20 million? I am not. Am I at 18 million? I am not. Move where can. Alright, gotta go down to move. That's the most embarrassing thing ever, where you take off like you're super jumping, but your super jump is off. Yeah, that's embarrassing. I don't know if you guys do this. I do it out of habit. If I have fly, I jump before I hit fly. I can't think of a reason for it, but I do it. Yeah. Alright. Move where can. I know what you're saying. Michelle.
Is there a place where...
Looking to sell? Or what?
No, I'm trying to like nurse and drive at the same time.
Oh yeah, I see the baby's gone. I got kind of interested in the kinetic combat because I love the sounds.
It's a cool power set. And maybe, it just isn't really slow. It's just the animations are slow.
Yeah, I'm looking at these ancestral Wardians that are kinetic combating me.
Didn't have anything to do with the fact that Strike was drinking decaffeinated coffee at the time he was playing it.
Why is everything going so slow?
Wait, didn't you just have like an alcoholic drink a little bit ago?
Talking to me?
Are we gonna have a drunk baby?
Oh, I've only had like 2 sips. He'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, I believe it. You take very
Yeah,
slow.
don't worry about the Dayquil.
Yeah, that apparently is on the safe list.
Yeah, it is. It's
I
on
guess
the-
like
it's-
only like 5% of it goes through your milk. And honestly, like I did it the other night and nursed him right after, and we both slept so much better. There's this moment when all of a sudden all the snoring and gurgling stopped. And I was just like, oh my god, we can breathe. And then we both passed out. And then Paul came up. I don't know, you were doing some kind of computery stuff.
Yeah.
And Paul came up later, and I think we were both like propped up at angles.
I'm gonna
Not
tell you that
smart.
none of Dayquil gets to my milk at all. None of it.
Still tastes like cantaloupe to me.
I tell you what, though, the experience is actually pretty good. I've gotten 2 levels tonight so far.
Still don't understand how he's this chunky and can't like take in over 3 ounces at a time.
You just feed him every 15 minutes.
Yeah, there's that.
It sounded like there was a glowy back there that I just passed. I could be
If
wrong.
it's in this room. Big old chest.
Speaking
That's
of
what she
Christina.
said.
Speaking of Christina Anderson. There you go.
These are the things Paul says. I'm sitting there trying to like do something. I've got the baby nursing while I'm trying to like work out on the laptop or something. I look over and he's just looking at me. And I'm like, what? And I was a little short. And he's just smiling. And I'm suspicious now. And so he's like, I'm just going to miss when you're not nursing anymore. It's been a great 2 years.
It's nice to, look around. Hey, there's boobs. It's great. I'm all for it.
But, I will appreciate not having the toddler point at me and say, "My water," as he pokes me in the chest.
It's a little disconcerting you figured that out.
He doesn't say milk, though. He calls everything water. But it's his water. That's how we distinguish that it's milk. Funny.
There's a glowy here, but I can't seem to click on it. It keeps interrupting me for some reason.
It's because we're all afeared. I don't know how to get rid of that.
You guys are right up there. Is there something attacking you that you're feared, or?
I used an insight inspiration and it let me do it.
Okay.
Oh.
I heard that from here.
Oh, man.
Where are they? Where is everybody? There's usually guys upstairs. Or did we miss?
Oh, wait a minute. Was this the one where the person actually ends up collapsing up top? And we would just run past him? There's going to be maybe somebody in the ground up top here. That's where it came from. Oh.
There she
Find it?
is.
Yeah. Now we get to clear it again. You are all welcome.
There's some guys.
Alright, she's still with me. Hopefully everybody who's 50 is getting decent rewards here.
Yes.
Almost as good as Tim Aurora.
Almost. I think part of it is I actually have a full level shift going on here, which makes a big difference. And this is an exit over here, I think. Oh, maybe not. Okay, that's an exit. Looks like we have to leave.
Sorry guys, I'm not being terribly useful at the moment. I mean, really, I'm just useful to one person right now. gonna try. Oh, that's a dead end. All right, I'm gonna try and find you guys.
I'm sure one of us can teleport you if need be.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. That my participation there just stunk.
Couldn't have did it without you.
I appreciate the 3 bubbles of experience I gained in the entryway.
It is very, very decent experience for the challenge.
Couldn't just go roll the cemetery.
Is that old fish in with blind Makawa? Makwa?
That's in, you're thinking about First Ward,
Oh,
I think.
that's the only cemetery I know of. When you have to set all the little I don't know, the things that look like a cauldron. You're wide awake now.
He's smiling at me. I don't know how he got such a happy baby.
Yeah, because we were salty motherfuckers.
You know, it's because of him. We're sleep deprived. We are both delightful people otherwise.
I disagree.
Well, I mean, you are. I am not.
You know, one of the most interesting things about Paul is how much he loves people and also how much he avoids them simultaneously.
That's exactly why I love people.
If I can avoid them, I appreciate them so much more.
He loves to avoid them. I feel the same way.
I love people when I'm by myself. Like, really?
I'm a small doses person.
People are great as long as they're not in my house. And I don't have to talk to them. I'll go
We had
outside
that.
to see them.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
the first time Paul and I hung out, like outside of work, like in like a somewhat of a romantic sense. I met him at his hotel because he was like in Maine at the time, and he was just like, "Oh my God, I've done so much peopling. I can't people anymore." And it's because he was training, so he had a group of people in front of him all day long. He was, you know, talking to you, and like he got there early, and everybody was excited to see him because he was back in Maine, and so he just spent the whole day talking to just people in a stream all day long. So the first thing he says to me is, "I'm so sick of people. I've done peopling. I can't people anymore." And I was just like, "We were supposed to have dinner," so I'm like, "Okay, like, I'm sorry. Should I leave?" And he goes, "No, you're okay. You're not people." And that was when I really knew that he liked me. That wasn't people anymore.
That was the first and last time she's known that. I've not
Like,
been
I would have
to
thought
this
I was in a
really
Quentin Tarantino movie. Who died? Couple cops. Oh, okay, so not real people.
Yes.
Have you ever watched the Grindhouse movies from Quentin Tarantino?
No. Those are the ones with like Cara Delevingne with the machine gun leg and stuff.
Yeah, that was Rose McGowan, wasn't it?
Yeah. Something like that.
Except before she got all like shaved her head weird, Marilyn Manson
That was
girlfriendy.
before the whole Harvey Weinstein thing. Yeah.
I wonder if she's gonna 4B.
You know, I don't know. I'm okay as long as Bette Midler doesn't do it.
I just feel like it's that thing that where celebrities are saying, I'm going to move out of the country if he gets elected.
You
You
know?
got elected when you packing your bags, please.
You said that last time.
Yeah. Go. Take Oprah with you.
None of them left because they actually made more money under administration.
You know, there's I don't mean to pull major politics into this, but there's I mentioned before, Critical Drinker does movie reviews and things like that, and he did a just a monologue earlier today about how Hollywood, nobody cares about Hollywood anymore, that their opinions don't matter, that nobody believes that they're suffering the same way that anybody else is. That the time that these people were kind of cultivated as being these larger than life characters is gone. And one of the biggest reasons is social media allowed people into their inner brains where they could put any stupid thing out that they wanted to. And they found out that these people are kind of idiots. They're kind of stupid.
Fallible idiots, more or less.
Just
Yeah.
not smart people.
Also, I think it gave you a lens of how unlikable some of them are. If you get to
Yeah,
know them.
Who was that girl that played in Princess Diary and she was in...
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, I seen a video with her one time where she was on Ellen, and she put tangerines under everybody's seat, and she tells them, "Okay, reach under your seat, grab the tangerines, now peel them." And she goes, "Now put it in your mouth, and if you breathe in and out, you'll notice a difference of your breathing, that you can actually breathe easier and everything." And she got the whole audience to do it. And she goes, "You know what? This doesn't do anything. This just goes to prove that maybe you shouldn't do everything that people in Hollywood tell you to do." And the whole audience was like looking goofy with their tangerines sticking out of their mouths and stuff. I thought it was hilarious. And it's like, yeah, don't put things in your mouth just because somebody in Hollywood told you to.
Kind of reminds me of
Tide Pods and TikTok.
no, I was thinking of Steve Martin in the Nonconformist Creed, where during one of his stage presentations he goes, "Okay, everybody, let's repeat after me the Nonconformist Creed." And he says, "I promise to be different." And the whole audience says, "I promise to be different." And then he says, "I promise to be unique." And everybody yells, "I promise to be unique." And then he finishes with, "I promise not to repeat things other people tell me. I promise not to." Oh, yeah. People want to belong to something.
I love Steve Martin.
Yeah. It's so weird that he decided just to entirely get out of movies, get out of comedy, and just play banjo. And win Grammys.
He's still
Oh, he's
doing
no
only
joke.
murders. He's doing only murders in the building.
Well, that's right. He is,
Have you
isn't he?
watched any of that?
I have not.
No. I was wondering if it's any good.
I think it's good. Martin Short's in it too.
Those two
Yeah.
are kind of like a thing now. They're kind of like
Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin.
yeah. Thank you. That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Well, they've kind of been together for a while. I mean, they did Father of the Bride together and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's fascinating to me that he started playing banjo because he was nervous. He goes, "I just need to have something up there with me to kind of block the crowd." And he goes, "What's the stupidest possible instrument I can think of?" He goes with the banjo. But yeah, he's quite gifted. He and E. Burkell did a bunch of stuff. I'm going right.
My boss is actually a beast on a 5-string.
I can't. My brain doesn't want to picture how that works. I know it's not that hard necessarily to make the transition between a guitar and a banjo. But the 5 strings makes my
Party
brain
split,
itch.
guys.
Yeah, I'm going the right way. I really don't know if I'm going the right way or not. I think we'll probably at a meeting again.
They say they had a mental block about it for a few years, and then something just kicked, and I get it. And
It's that point where you know it enough to not think about it because the overthinking is what's messing you up.
No, they have 6-string banjos. But it kind of seems like that is anti-purist to me.
Paul is very much a purist on many things.
Well, there's sounds have sounds for a reason, and bluegrass has been around for a very long time with a certain sound, and I kind of like the sound. I'm not a subvert expectations kind of director. All my animes would be fan service.
I enjoy a young speed medalist. Oh, you think that's fast? You ever listen to bluegrass?
My God. I said to Christina the first time, I said, you have to hear this. You have to hear this. And she goes, what is it? And I said, it's Allison Krauss, Union Station, The Boy Who Wouldn't Hoe Corn. And she goes, what? I said, you just have to hear it. And it's them playing live, The Boy Who Wouldn't Hoe Corn. And the banjo player kicked in it, and I'm like, I've never heard a banjo player so deep in the groove on the beat. This guy's just freaking phenomenal. And she looked at me like I had like a fourth eye growing out of the back of my head. And I appreciated that moment in time that we don't necessarily experience things the same way. But
Have you heard Hayseed Dixie?
I have not. I wasn't really so I'm one of those people that just simply assumes that when I hadn't heard of something, they didn't exist, right? Like, so Bonnie Raitt was like this amazing overnight success that took 25 years. Allison Krauss, Union Station, when they did the music for Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I'm like, my God, this music is amazing. Hey, Nature, tie-dye's on. Chat. Christina.
Oh, hi.
Is he actually on?
Don't know. They had daddy-daughter weekend.
Oh, no, look, he's not on. But anyhow, once I discovered that they were the ones who... Oh, did we miss something? We must have. I'm like, I researched everything I could possibly find regarding who did the music for this, and it was all Allison Krauss, Union Station. I listened to all of it, and I got the album, the soundtrack for the movie. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, wow, these people...
Yeah, it's very good.
These people are really great. I've never heard of them before. I'm like, they're going to make it huge. And I'm like, wow, I looked into their history, and they're like, they'd already won 20 Grammys. I'm like, okay. So I'm late to the party at this point.
This fresh new talent. Who discovered them?
I mean, they're no Bob Ludwig, but
Yeah. I think the thing that I like the most about it is they're just simply very talented musicians. It doesn't matter what they're playing; they're going to play it amazingly. Anyhow, chat, if you think of it, check out Allison Cross Union Station live, The Boy Who Went to Corn, and listen to the banjo player. It's amazing.
So Hayseed Dixie does bluegrass covers. They initially started doing bluegrass covers of AC/DC.
That sounds amazing.
It's interesting how it changes the I can't think of the word, well, for lack of a better word, the emotion of the song.
Mm-hmm.
Like where you might, when you listen to AC/DC do it, you've got a grit or an attitude, or you're going at, and when they do it, you're almost like reminiscent while you're talking about whatever the song is about.
Right. Yeah, the different interpretations. What's his name from? Oh, I can't think of the name of the group. I'm sorry. The interpretation, the heavy metal interpretation of Sound of Silence.
Disturbed.
Yeah.
David Draymond.
What an amazing difference. Even though the words are the same, the melody is the same, but the presentation makes all the difference on it.
Seen it live. That was
Last
awesome.
week, I just went on a heavy metal dive on Night on Bald Mountain.
Yeah.
So, it may be the original heavy metal song.
Really? I'll have to take a look.
Seen Disturbed in concert like 3 times now. They're
Really?
awesome. Yeah, they put on a really good show.
Guy's got an
First
amazing
time I
voice.
seen him was right before their breakout. It was in a small club. I was close enough I could reach up and touch the lead singer if I wanted to, Dave Draymond.
Wow.
And it was shortly after that The Sickness came out.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got big. Last time I seen them, they were playing the Coliseum around here, and it was packed.
Wow. Yeah, I've got no cool before they made it big stories.
That was my son's first concert. It was a Disturbed concert. I took him like 4 or 5 years ago.
That's pretty cool.
My first was Fleetwood Mac.
That would be good.
My sister took me. Stevie Nicks, I think my testicles dropped. Yeah.
Stevie Nicks has one of the most awesome voices out there.
Yeah. And then the first solo one I went to was Journey.
Oh, Journey would be good.
Yeah, that was their Escaped tour.
So we do, I think, 4 or 5 Stevie Nicks songs in our
Really?
band. And Stop Dragging My Heart Around we do. But we bumped it up to like 140 beats a minute. And it underscores my point about Stevie Nicks. All of her songs, she's bitching.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Absolutely.
We were watching music videos of Fleetwood Mac and her staring right at her ex.
Well, that was part of
She
that
sang
charismatic
every song.
charismatic voice. That was part of that same thing.
Edge of 17, anybody?
Yeah. She goes, how can they do this? This is like, how can you do this on stage and not get burnt out? She goes, well, maybe they're just using it for fuel, I guess.
Did you ever hear of a band called The Storm?
No.
Made up of a lot of people from Journey.
No.
Yeah, it came out, I want to say in the 90s, but it didn't sound much like Journey, but it was actually a good CD.
Well, Steve Perry left Journey a long time ago, right?
Yeah, they had a different lead singer.
Yeah.
So there's this reaction guy, Chris Calico. award-winning platinum rapper, the only one. I'm doing his spiel, doing reviews on YouTube, and he did Journey. What is it? Believing. Was it? Don't stop. Don't stop believing.
Yeah.
And that one, and it's the live one, and Steve Perry sings his little bit, and then where Neil Sean does that arpeggio that builds up, and then they do the little feedback and the wipe down on the guitar. He goes, "Take it away, Neil," and the guy goes, "Is that Neil Peart?"
Oh, baby star.
Did we miss something again?
That's the drummer from Rush that everybody.
Oh, I
knows.
gotta talk to this guy. It looks like.
Oh, Srocco.
Sorry, guys. I'll take more Imperium merits. Thank you.
I have about 400 of them.
That's nice. Oh, you know what? I do have one musical story. So I grew up southeast Wisconsin, close to a place called Alpine Valley, which is a venue for almost every major band to come through. It's a cool venue. And I had tickets to go to see Stevie Ray Vaughan, but I was working at the at a canning plant. I was working in the field, and I had to do a solo mission, guys. So another contact here.
Time for some Aurora then.
Yeah, you know what? We could do that. We're at
I was kidding, but
half an
hey.
hour left. But anyhow, I had tickets to go to see Stevie Ray Vaughan. I think he was doing Family Style, the tour. And I missed the show because I worked like 18 hours that day. And that was the one that he flew out of with his helicopter, crashed and died. So I was supposed to go to his last show, apparently, and I missed it. But I don't know. Christina, do you have it? Okay. I'll take a look. I'm sorry. I wasn't really paying attention.
Well, come talk to this guy.
Okay. Disturbing trend. Stage a rescue for the Knives of Artemis. Do I want to do the rescue or investigate?
You can do either one, but this is the repeatable ones that I get all the time.
Okay, we'll do that one then. There we go. Hail to the King may certainly join. Or Hail to the King. Ty. Hey, Ty's on. Ty's Hail to the King. Welcome back, Ty.
Reminds me of an Avenged Sevenfold song.
Yeah.
Hail to the King.
You know, Darkest Story's got some good tunes to it, too.
Welcome to the same as the rest of us, for the most part. We're here to die and level up.
If you're a blaster, try not to stand behind me. To the side is fine. Knives of Artemis have so many cone attacks. Is Ben
I
humming?
thought you ate Taco Bell or something.
I swear Ben's humming.
He is humming.
Okay.
He's very chatty. Today I was tickling them, alternating between the two, and they were each laughing about it. You know, Sam has this fascination with belly buttons.
Yes. Oh God.
So,
Oh God.
That's a big group.
was that an intentional pull?
That was. I could tell. God does not make unintentional pulls.
I like to be thorough.
I'm sorry, Christina, you're saying about belly buttons.
Oh. So as I'm tickling Sam, Ben laughs, and as I'm tickling Ben, Sam laughs. And it was this weird, like, just endless stream of baby laughter. And I was like, my goodness, this is so pleasant. And then immediately Sam crapped himself and Ben puked all over me.
And it's gone.
It is gone. It's
Though
gone.
not quite the same as just having your headphones on backwards.
Right? Have to enjoy the moments of beauty temporarily, even in just a few seconds that they last.
Those moments are fleeting, but the smell of spoiled milk is eternal.
Lasts forever, especially if it's in the car.
Yep, we still haven't found that missing bottle,
No.
but we keep smelling it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well, I'm up to 944 incarnate threads.
You almost have enough to unlock something.
We should probably take care of that.
24 incarnate cards, 17 enhancement converters, and 93 Imperium merits.
Yeah, we should be able to do something with that.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
Oh,
on.
and when I went in the auction house, it turns out that the half of the set that I had been bidding on is in my waiting for me to slot.
Speaking of which, I think I can afford another Armageddon.
I love shopping.
I gotta talk to the guy again. Shoot.
I just bought the gallon spirograph set.
Guy, was that Ephraim Shaw that I talked to?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Oh. Did you hear that?
I'm sorry, I did not. Why? Would he grunt?
It was the close-up grunt.
Oh.
He looked at me and was just like, hey. And then it was just a followed by a squelch. Squelch is the only word I can find that kind of describes it.
Yeah, that's probably accurate. C3. Alright, we're getting 3.
But he's so happy with his giant melon.
Yes. Yes, yes. Um, isn't Armageddon just melee? Oh no, I guess not. Alright. Damage, recharge, accuracy. I'm broke. Alright. So you are 3. Alright. Recharge time bonus.
10%.
Yep, that's pretty significant.
Oh, that reminds me, Stripe. I was watching your video. I think you posted of your blaster.
Yeah.
The 7.5% lux of the gambler are different than the bonus set, so you can actually have.
It is.
Yes, I've got both. In this case, on this Peacebringer, I've got 5 lux and 5. I don't remember which bonus sets off the top of my head, but.
Oh, the number 6 for Luck of the Gambler.
See, I always thought they were shared, so that's why I only put the 5 in.
No, Oh, and then Paul.
Yeah.
I've been seeing in chat that nobody takes granite anymore, other than to use it as a mule slot for luck.
Ah, look at me. Trendsetter. You know, I was actually looking at putting together a non-granite build. But I did actually make this one to start with, just to be granite. I wanted to take it for granite. You know, I've had one beer. These things happen. But yeah, it's probably not a bad plan. I'd still probably keep a granite build, because against the right thing, it is as close to immortal as you can possibly imagine.
Well, yours is fast too.
Yeah, very much so.
I mean, would you lose that if you dropped? I guess you would, wouldn't you?
Well, I would lose that, but I would gain back the recharge. So right now I put a ton into recharge and a ton into run speed. In fact, I think I capped my run speed.
So, like, assuming you could get the same basic capabilities as granite without granite, would it be worth it as a mule, and would it work as a oh shit button?
I don't know. I'd have to take a look at it. It's not a bad plan. In fact, I was looking at the character going, well, if I'm going to take on other things, it's possible to do it if you're out of granite form, but unfortunately, I planned to try to make a usable granite form. And I succeeded, but long term, it is not able to tank a lot of different things. But yeah, it sure would be nice to be able to do that against, well, especially in the Labyrinth of Fog.
Yeah.
That is so hard to tank because of the mixes.
I don't have an exit button for some reason.
Does it minerals give psi?
I believe
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And I think that the heal is toxic. So it's on a timer. But yeah, I'd say that's probably accurate. I'm probably way old school on it. And it would be nice to actually, be able to see my uniform, my outfit that I've worn.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks that the certain armors like granite, you what's the point of having a costume? Really? No, we're right back here. They did a good job in a lot of the other sets of minimizing the FX. But granite's not one of them. So what you're saying is I can keep on repeating these 2 missions over and over again?
Yeah, it's kind of the radio or newspaper version.
Huh. Then you get to you'd fill out his thing and he has something else for you? His bar? Because I think I'm at like 3/4 of the way.
Mine's just full, and he's never stopped giving me missions.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe.
And then there's a circle of thorns guy on the other side of the map somewhere that does the villain side contact.
Oh, I see. I think the nicest thing about that would be that out of granite form, I'd probably be able to do at least noticeable damage. But granite puts you in such a gimped form that it cuts into your damage and your recharge and your run speed and your jumping and all that fun stuff. I mean, I found ways around most of it, but...
I hear it this time.
Figured I'd let you have it.
I'm just going to stay here and guard rags.
You don't need to.
They like him on this map for some reason.
Rag may have just gotten so good at playing with Ragweed, and we've gotten used to him playing with characters that were not Ragweed. That we have forgotten.
And sometimes I've seen him way at the other end, and they'll get by everybody.
Yeah, that's my bar is full for him now. Does he do the same thing all over again? Help Minetta dispel the scrying orb or rest of them. Okay, let's see that one. Well, we'll have to go way far away for this one. Again.
Wonder if they got internet.
Oh, this guy. Oh my god. I hate this mission.
Is it snakes? Are there snakes?
No, this guy's just a.
Oh, he gets lost in here the whole time. Oh, there are kind of snakes. They're like mer snakes.
Yeah, but kind of what's the point of that? Really?
I'm sure it was to save money. Well, we got the snakes from the villain side. Yeah, we got the knives of Artemis. Okay.
Let's just stick them together. How are we going to make that work? I don't know. Throw some corsets in between to make it blend.
Then they get sued by Reese's.
It was vague, and it took me a while, but my brain caught it before. My subconscious caught it before my conscious brain caught it. Is he still with me? God dang it.
Oh, I see him blinking on the map. Do you want me to tag him?
I think he's
Does he
on.
have to be
I
with
think he's
you?
on rag. I'll follow him.
I've been playing this whole game tonight without any of my toggles on.
Just so you know, that's not a first.
Is it really? My bad, guys. So I'm not really dying, but I think it's because I'm just like hanging back from combat because I've been dealing with the baby.
Yeah.
In order for me to nurse, I have to like put my leg on the desk so that it's not his head on the edge of the desk, and then my leg being up blocks the whole keyboard for me, and I just can't reach any buttons. And yes, Paul, I said it how I said it.
Buttons.
There's no T in her buttons.
Buttons.
Bye.
He sits there and I'll say it, or I'll say buttons, mittens, kittens, and he'll go button, button.
Kitten.
A lot of people from New York seem to do that.
Kitten. Yeah. It's something in Lower Michigan too. Something called the glottal stop. Apparently, it's very common along the Great Lakes.
Yeah, I hear that a lot around here.
And when I was in college, we would get free like different Big Ten games, and the Michigan State Spartans always had like their student announcers announcing the games, and they could not say Spartan. None of them. Michigan State Spartans. It's the Spartans.
Actually, I had to go to Indiana today. My dad's in the hospital there, and we were sitting in the cafeteria, and me, my mom, and my brother, and I was like, just listen to how they talk and tell me you don't see it or don't hear it. And there was a guy, and he was a real loud talker. And he's in there, yeah, there. I was like, yeah. Why do people from Indiana think they're like rednecks or something?
It depends on Indiana. So Indiana's like Illinois, right? Where it goes from like the north to the south, and there are so many different accents along the way. Like you go to like southern Illinois is basically Kentucky, right? But northern Illinois is Chicago. It's so weird to have all those different accents all the way through there.
Obviously, it's a survival mechanism. You use a lot less energy.
It's funny though, is because the area that I'm in, there's a lot of Amish, and it's like you wouldn't think that they would talk like that. They'd have more of a German dialect or something, you know. And
The English, yeah.
Oh, you can go for like a week on just Texan.
Wait,
yeah,
there's Amish people outside of Pennsylvania and Delaware?
yeah,
Amish
they're real
people all
big in
over
Indiana.
Wisconsin.
Oh,
We saw Amish people in Wisconsin, honey.
There's a place called Amishville not too far from here that you can go, and they show how they hand make everything and churn butter and all that kinds of good stuff.
It's an Amish theme park.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots of wooden roller coasters.
We're really lacking
like-
of entertainment here in Ohio.
Lots of wooden roller coasters shaped like barns.
Actually, we have Cedar Point and Kings Island, and
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
A
stuff
lot
down
of-
there.
yeah, a lot of good amusement parks.
I think Cedar Point owns Six Flags now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
Do they?
yeah. So I've got several guilty pleasures that are kind of either I like watching them or they annoy me to watch them, and the one I'm talking about is both. There's a guy called Bright Sun Films, who's a Canadian dude that does documentaries on closed businesses or things that have gone bankrupt. And he does a lot of Disney stuff, but he did Six Flags. What happened to Six Flags? And
Yeah. They
Yeah.
merged in July of this year, it says.
yeah,
Sorry, I looked it up. It says, so now all of the Kings Island, Cedar Point, and all of the Six Flags are now part of Six Flags Entertainment Corporation.
yeah.
That might be good news for Six Flags then. I mean,
Six Flags was,
Cedar
was
Point's
running out.
awesome.
Yeah,
You know, I had gotten a membership for the kids for Six Flags, and my daughter's best friend and her dad, we used to all go together all the time. And so I found out that with the membership, you got to get in. You could get into any Six Flags for free if you updated to gold. So I took the kids the year before COVID, and we did a road trip, and we went to like 5 different Six Flags, and just drove. We did Six Flags New England, Six Flags in New York, Six Flags in Baltimore, Six Flags in Jersey. We went, and then we spent like a couple days in DC and went to the Smithsonian's and stuff. And it's honestly, it's like that road trip is one of their favorite things that's ever happened.
Tie-dye isn't Six Flags was originally Six Flags over Texas, right? That's where it got the name. Where Texas had Six Flags at some point, and it ended up becoming Six Flags, which without an explanation, I guess.
Yeah,
But yeah, it used to be Six Flags over
Flags.
Texas.
Six Flags without an explanation. I'm sorry. It's accurate, but still kind of funny.
Yeah, Six Flags over Texas. About all the different places that had dominion over Texas at some point.
Well,
Okay.
Cedar Point, but last time I went, I realized I'm getting old because about the third roller coaster, it's like, ooh, my back.
Oh yeah, but you know you've got a pretty good excuse.
Yeah.
Well, I have a kidney stone that's lodged in a spot in my kidney that they said they can't get to surgically without destroying the whole kidney. Every so often it flares up every now and then, and I had one urologist who told me, you could just take like a weekend and just ride like roller coasters all day long and then come in on Monday, see if it's knocked it loose at all or moved it to a spot where we can get to it.
Just imagine, doing that
Yeah.
and having it blow out during the
Oh my
ride
God.
somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Just ride a old wooden roller coaster.
We could take farm truck out. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have vertigo, so I used to love roller coasters, and I wound up at the clinic getting this blow to the head by a pit bull. I was like trying to hold him for a nail trim, and the pit bull grew its head back, and their heads are like plates of bone, and it hit me in just the right spot on the temple that it left a dead spot on my brain. and I had tinnitus for about a year or so in one ear, and ever since then, significant vertigo.
Oh.
I can still do roller coasters, but I can't do spinny.
I can't do spinny at all. I have to close my eyes the whole time. Oh, Ty, that sucks. She fell out of it? Oh my gosh. Falling out of a roller coaster is like the nightmare of everyone, I think.
It's impossible for me.
Because you'd have to be in it.
Yeah. Same as me winning the lottery.
Where did you find a Latina lady in Texas, though?
They're not prevalent down there.
No. I like to go to someplace that's near the border just because I would guess the food would be amazing. Actually, it's more of a Christina thing.
And I could actually order it properly, which would be even better.
Yes, Christina is fluent in Spanish.
Pero mis hijos me hablan un poco de español. None of them.
I seen a billboard today, just outside my town. It said need a job, and it showed a picture of a Mexican guy. It looked like an illegal immigrant. I was like, yeah, there's great advertising for Ohio.
So, did anybody see the mother-in-law joke with the illegal immigrant?
I did. Oh, it's gonna be so afraid. I'm so afraid for my mother-in-law that they'll deport her. She's at 42 Green. She's behind the green building. I hope nobody finds her. Because my mother-in-law, yeah, is hilarious.
Oh, she has no dogs.
It took somebody about 10 seconds to find the humor, you know?
Well, when he said the thing about no dogs, I lost it.
Yeah. Words. Is this one defended? That looks defended to me. And it just goes back to nowhere.
Oh, so if any of you are interested, I did my friend Tim and I did a podcast episode together, which I probably shouldn't share because it's probably going to get me in trouble. But we just had a great time chatting about some random topics. And one of the ones that we actually came up discussing was around men being able to have senses of community, but all the organizations that all of them used to frequent are gone. So, like, when I was growing up, my pop-up was part of the Shriners. And my my stepdad was part of the Moose Lodge. You know, I had another one who was part of the Masons. And there were all these, like, male-centric organizations that just did stuff together. And it doesn't seem like as much of that is available anymore for people to just socialize. Is it different there?
Yeah, we have Elks, Fox Hunters, Moose, Knights of Columbus, American Legion, and what's the other one?
The Water Buffalo Lodge?
VFW or something like that?
Oh, never mind. That's Flintstones.
Yeah, all in one town.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not the Leopard Lodge.
No leopard lodge.
That was Happy Days.
That's right.
I always thought the Masons seemed like kind of like cool and secretive because they'd be like, okay, you're a woman, you have to wait in the car. I'd be like, really? And
Yeah, but then the Eastern Star meeting goes down, and let me tell you.
Yeah, there's a Masonic temple here too, but I don't know any. Well, I know a couple people that are in it, but Freemasons or whatever.
Ty, I'll link it in the description.
Should we do that though? That might.
It doesn't matter.
So the male youth
True.
version of that is called Demolay,
Yeah.
and I was actually a master counselor.
Cool.
And same, my dad was a Mason and all that fun stuff.
So do you find that like the younger generation is still continuing to participate in such things, or because I feel like there's such a message that it's so bad to be a young man these days because you are like a representative of toxic masculinity and the patriarchy, and I see my son struggles, and we tried scouts and stuff, trying to find a peer group that would work. Honestly, he's finally found one with robotics, and that's kind of been where he's niched himself at this point. But it was so hard just to find a community for him that was accepting. I remember his first time when I bought Olivia a shirt, and he's like, "Why aren't there boy power shirts? Can I get a boy power shirt? Why does Olivia have a girl power shirt and I don't get a boy power shirt?" And trying to like understand how it's all, how are we navigating this space now with all these young men who are uncertain.
Well, I think it's
about
there,
where
but I
they
think it's
belong.
Call of Duty now.
Yeah.
Oh, we have one
Virtual.
around here for young men who's interested in fishing and fishing lures. And I actually was part of it there for a while. I was a masturbator. So.
You know, you didn't even have to go that far for that. I'm very impressed. I am very impressed. I got time for one more. One more. One more. Oh no! Crap.
Hmm.
I'm a pretty monkey. I'm definitely a pretty monkey.
I'm kind of coming to the conclusion that maybe you shouldn't be able to vote and have a cell phone and do all those things until you're like 25.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know I didn't feel that way when I was 19.
You know,
Yeah, but today's generation, I'm sorry, is a lot dumber than what we were.
Well,
I
they've been
mean,
more
I hate to
insulated.
say it.
They've
Well,
been much.
it's the schooling, I think. To be honest, I mean, we were taught the old school way. We learned stuff that was actually relevant, and now they're teaching gender studies and new math, and
the math is brutal.
Yeah.
I have an engineering degree, and the kids come to me regarding math stuff, and I'm like, okay, I can solve this for you. Well, we're not supposed to solve it. We're supposed to estimate it. Like, what? We're supposed to just get close. I'm like, why not just give the solution? Well, that's not
there's
what we're
no
supposed to
real
do.
right answer.
What do you mean there's no
general.
right answer for math? No, there's definitely a right answer.
2 and 2 could equal 5.
Yeah, this is where like I run into my issues. Is I'm like, can we do it this one straight?
Oh my God, Ricky
pragmatic
Monkey
way?
again. Twice in a row.
Are you clicking mutagen?
Hey, you're a monkey.
Hey, people like to monkey around.
Did you ever see Head?
I did. I liked it. Honestly, I did.
It's a departure from what the monkeys are,
Yeah.
but I thought it was great.
I actually really enjoyed the monkeys.
I took that initial comment so differently.
It had been something
Very big
different when
on
I was
Neil
growing up.
Diamond.
You know, when I was growing
know
up,
why they
running a
called it
train meant
Head?
something entirely different. Yeah. Yeah, it did. Come on. What are the odds? 2 times in a row. Ricky Monkey. You know, I'm not going to click on it again.
So one of the things I realized when I was doing that little review is that what I had in my bar was not my judgment. It was the call to justice, which kind of does nothing. So I have switched this so that my judgment is now in place.
Fend off sent. Okay. Well, one guy passed.
Didn't we destroy the cask of DiGiorno?
Did you know?
Not delivery.
All right. It's 11:04 for us, guys.
Same here.
That's a pretty
Fine.
good run. All right.
Catch everybody tomorrow. Have a good evening.
Night, everyone.
Night.
Thanks for joining.
Hey.
See you
Night.
tomorrow.
Everybody that tuned in, commented, Lunar, Parallel, obviously. Great to have Tie-Dye back again, and then Tova. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for commenting. And hope to see you guys again tomorrow. If not, check us out every Friday and Saturday. Hope to see you then.